Nobel Gundam. Hey everybody, what's up? It's Robert184, 2 R's, 2 B's from gundam.tk, and my first review of 2011, and I'm quite excited about it, is the high-grade Future Century Nobel Gundam from G Gundam. This went on sale the first week of January 2011, and it sells for 1,500 Japanese yen. This is number 119 in the high-grade Universal Century line. Remember that the Future Century and After War are just sort of jumping in there. And this is the Nobel Gundam, and it's Neo Sweden's fighter from Gundam Fight 13. Whether you're a fan of the series or not, the Nobel Gundam certainly stands out as sort of the RC, you could say, of the Gundam universe, if you want to go back to the Transformers animated movie, because it's the only female-shaped mobile suit, and of course it's got the pilot there, Allenby, and if you've watched the series, I've argued with a few people here who say, of course, Domon had to end up with Rain, but Allenby certainly comes across as being my favorite character in the second half when they're in Hong Kong. Looking around the box, the front and back shots show that this is going to have a very unique set of posing variations, as befitting a Gundam, of course, that seems to have a short skirt and high heels on. Here you've got some action shots of Allenby fighting Domon for training, and maybe that's when they actually really go at it in the series, and some back information about the suit itself. On the other side, it's going to talk about how you get 4 different types and 5 in total of beam ribbons, which is actually really cool that they're going to give that to you. I'll have to check out what that red thing is. You can see it going around her as she leaps forward. You're going to get different hand parts here for the manipulators, including, yeah, if you're ever going to have your picture taken here with some girls, they'll all pretty much do that. You also get 2 fists that are used for God Gundam, the high-grade Future Century one, where he's able to hold the Nobel Princess style. And again, here's a picture of it unpainted with the clear white base, or it looks a little bit transparent there, and the ribbon going and the yellow hair. It's not painted gray the way it is on the rest of these images, but that's looking pretty sharp right out of the box already. Inside, I've got the manual on top here, and then there's an A plate with stickers and the ribbons, and then you're going to get a plate of gray, white, another plate of gray, and it looks like a semi-translucent action base there. A very interesting A plate here with 4 colors on it, the most noticeable of course being this huge hunk of yellow hair over to the right. And a few other, you've got yellow parts here that are going to go on the shoulders, but I love these face part and the V-fins. The V-fins are split, and it sort of looks like her front bangs, which come down and hang over the cheeks. So it's sort of cool the way that they designed that. You're also going to get some ribbons, one for the back of the butt and one for the chest, the feet, etc. And everything, you'll just notice the overall smallness of the parts, like the shoulders and the front skirt. And then you're going to have 2 completely different size of manipulators, one being for Domon and one being for Allenby. White for the B plates, and here of course you're going to have most of the body armor and some pretty interesting parts like the beam sabers that have slits here that allow you to put the ribbons in place as opposed to the regular beams. Otherwise you have some very smooth looking parts here for the legs and arms. Here's the C1 and C2, most of which are identical, and this is going to give you what you get of the inner frame, mostly just made up of joints, and then of course you're going to have the individual parts for the neck and waist section. One of the add-ons that I'm loving here is these beam ribbons, and it's actually on fairly thick plastic, probably about 2 millimeters there. Anyway, you've got 2 straight ones here on the left, and you've got 1 long one, but you can see here that it's sort of separated, so when you pull this out, it's going to be nicely perforated, I'm hoping. And there's 2 slits here, so this is going to give you 3 different lengths, I'm assuming. Nice job with the stickers. Besides the eyes, on the chest there's going to be a green sticker in the middle of the ribbon, and you can choose either to cover the whole thing with this green one or just put this little green one inside, and I believe that that should be painted yellow, so if you wanted to do that pro, I'm sure it would look a lot better. You've got the white part which will go on the neck of the sailor costume, and then these red ones, this is going to go around the upper thigh. On the cover of the manual, you've got a pose that I don't think you'll see another Gundam in anytime soon, and it's got a height listed there of 16.2 meters. Inside you've got the parts and the ordering page. Here you build the waist and the arms, put the head on, then after building the feet and the legs, you'll attach that there, slap the massive set of hair on there, and after building the base, it's going to show you how to separate the ribbons into the different lengths and attach them to the beam sabers, and then you're going to have this weight, which is an actual cool feature. It's in red on the A plate, and that's just going to keep the ribbon down on the ground, and I'm assuming you'll be able to get all sorts of twisty poses if you use that properly. On the back of the manual, you've got the color guide, not a lot of colors, and some good pictures of it there, including the one with the God Gundam, and it's showing off it's going to have a lot of posability in the lower waist section. When you bring it over here, I had to laugh at some of this because you're going to get the head with the Vulcans, which is all good, but what looks like hair to me is listed as a cooling fin, and what looks like a ribbon to me is listed as an air duct and thruster unit. And anyway, you've got the ribbons here like the Chinese national gymnast team. With the action base and the weight, it actually comes across as being quite an attractive package. And here it looks like you've got a custom mount to attach this onto here. And then it's showing you just how to switch the manipulators on and off, which I don't think needs a whole page. Just based on the D-Box, this is totally one of the most unique Gundams, just basically from the overall slimness of the parts and the way that you put everything together, and with the unique parts like this huge set of hair, it's going to be quite interesting to see the way they put that all in, and the fact that they give you the four different kinds of ribbons, 5 in total, plus the action base, all just means that I'm quite excited to actually get this thing put together and looking like this. So what about you guys? Are you guys fans of G Gundam, the Nobel Gundam in general? Who do you like, Rain or Allenby? Well, anyway, stay tuned. This should be a relatively quick build due to its lack of weapons, and stay tuned for the full review. As always, Robert184, gundam.tk. Thanks for watching. Hit like if you do, don't if you don't, subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Hey, wait a minute. Where are you going?